Welcome to the Friday Underground stream. You're going to have a great time, a glorious time. True story, plenty of laughs, some black pill moments. It's a fun balance of serious topics and insanely funny stuff. Really wonderful people on this panel. Enjoy.
Hello, everyone, friends, Romans, countrymen. Let me your gash. No. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Underground stream. This was kind of an impromptu one. Wasn't sure if I was actually going to be doing one today, but because we got some family and stuff over still from the holiday stuff and the relative's birthday and all that great stuff. So anyway, yeah, we're going to get into kind of a little bit of what's been going on. Nothing too heavy, at least it shouldn't be. But you never know over here. Sometimes we go running over to Rumble to.
But Vinny, how dare you put family first? How dare you, sir?
How dare I?
How dare you?
How dare I? Adam, how you doing today, brother?
It's humid and muggy and hot, and I'm doing great. Glad to be here, man. So let's have some fun.
Dude, awesome having you, man. And of course, we got Etep in the house as well. We got Wrestling with Horror, folks. How you doing, brother?
I am newly freshly shaven here. We've got the summer goatee on now. It just looks weird. I feel Puerto Rican. If I get any more tan, I feel like I'll be able to go to the parade.
It's good. You don't look Egyptian anymore.
No, maybe I can hang out with Damian Priest, the bisexual Undertaker. I don't know. No, it's great to be here. Hope everybody had a great, safe, happy 4th of July. Spent the day out on the lake.
Oh, excellent.
Out there having some cervezas and went out and hung out with one of my good friends from high school last night.
That's Mexican beer, everyone.
Yeah.
Right. See, we're being diverse and inclusive. In the opening here, but man, thank you.
Fruit in his beer, Vinny.
I was drinking Modelo with no fruit, Adam. Thank you very much.
With no fruit.
Well, at least it wasn't Corona.
No, I've had enough. I almost came down and did the opening for the reveal with like a COVID mask on because I have the wife's Jeep, right? And given her employment, she had to wear the gimmicks. So there's just a bunch of them randomly in a bag in the bottom of the console. So I go in there and I get my stuff from the provisioning center. That's hlpcsmeds.com for all your medical and recreational marijuana needs. hlpcsmeds.com. Pay me. But I go to get my bag and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, oh shit. So I have one of them upstairs in the kitchen, but I walk down here with my coffee and I'm like, do I really want to walk back upstairs to get this?
No.
I'm like, no, I don't. But so it's sitting up there in the counter, but I'm just like, that would have been kind of funny. And now that I've taken this time to tell you about the joke that wasn't, we can proceed with the evening's festivities.
Well, I heard there was no fruit in your drink. So you said the magic word.
Friggin' frog's gay.
Adam, what were you saying?
Oh, it's an improvement over the Corona.
Okay, gotcha. Dude, we got Papa Cotton, first one in tonight. How you doing, bro? Always good seeing you. I hope you had a happy 4th. We got Toy Mafia in the house as well. What's up, man? Hope you had a good one. Iceman Modeler. I don't think he celebrates it. I think he's on the other side of the world. But hey, man, still hope you had a good Thursday. Yeah. Today, hold on. Let me pull this up here. We got, since it was America's birthday. Happy birthday, America. But not only America's birthday. It was my pop's birthday. So, yeah. So, like I said, we had some family over. His sister came down, doing the family thing. It's all good. But, yeah, so I figured, yeah, let's do a short one today at least. You know, Sunday should be fine. I think we should be good for Sunday as well. But what's up, man? Who we got down here?
Yes, the futile warning flood. Yes.
Well, at least we could
How
be
you
proud to
doing,
be
Brutal?
Americans again, and we have what was that again, Brutal? Futile.
Yes, just the futile warning flood. Yes.
Warning
You had
flood.
your chance the first time. We flooded
Yeah.
everything. You had your chance. Everything was fresh and brand new. You know what? You ruined it.
Do you think they're going to do it again? You think that the Lord's going to come down and smite us all with more floods?
I can only hope. Hope.
I was hoping for Jesus to come down with his machine gun, putting in a
riding like a cyborg dinosaur with his mounted machine gun.
Something like that, man, and just
Smites them. Smites them.
It's just
Some.
shooting
Smites
holy
them.
crosses at people.
You know, yeah, right. The flying cross fighters.
He comes down to like, what is it? Like the Flying Dutchman. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, riding his cyborg dinosaur, shooting like with a crossbow and a cut like Daryl Dixon, but shooting like actual flaming cross arrows out of it.
Yeah, actual flame.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
It shoots little angels that shoot little arrows out of little girls.
It's got to be a Billy Ray Cyrus mullet haircut. Come on.
Like
Eugene
I'll tell you right now.
had.
I'll put the fucking gimmick on right now. It's right here.
The mood I'm in right now.
If he's got it
right now, the mood I'm in right now. If I ran into Jesus, I'd split his lip.
Why you make me do this?
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry.
Since we do have Hogan on the panel, we're gonna play the bumper we have for him.
Oh, I feel so good. I just gotta get to see that good old spin on this thing, and we're good to go.
I was worried it was the Hogan gimmick that I made. I'm like, did I send that to Vinny? Which one are we gonna play here?
If you did, I would play it. So it's I'm in that mood.
The YouTube friendly version is the real question.
Holy hell, guys! I hope everyone did have at least a safe one and a decent one. But yeah, I don't know. It feels like America's in peril.
Still got all 10 fingers and toes. I hope everyone and your pops had a great birthday. I hope. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good to see everybody say yay to be American for at least one day. We should be doing it 365 days.
Well, that's the thing you could always you could get from a Guinea celebration is a shit ton of food. So much food that you think you're gonna get sick like while you're eating it, like, but you keep eating it until you're ready to pop, and then they bring out dessert, and then they bring out more dessert, and it's like, yeah. This was a mistake.
You need that James Wood clip.
Yes.
You've heard of first. Sorry, brother.
No, you got me with the pre-dessert and then the dessert and then the after dessert and then
right.
Yes, it's like the Hobbits. It's like
before
the Hobbits.
Bed dessert.
Exactly.
Hey,
even when it like,
what about second?
Right? Oh my god, dude! Even when money's super tight and it's like, oh man, yeah, we can't really get this or that. There's still like a banquet of food, and it's like, how did this happen? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Speaking of America, there was something that I thought was pretty hilarious. I wanted to play it on the last stream, but well, that technically was a toy stream, so we couldn't do it there. But did anyone see this hidden footage of Trump? Out of curiosity,
Which was it? The one of him supposedly? What the hell was he saying? I haven't been paying attention, to be honest with you.
Well, this was just funny. So yeah, we'll
okay. I've heard. I haven't seen the whole clip. I've just seen like snippets of it out of context.
I think this was like a day and a half after the debate, maybe 2 days. But yeah, listen to what he says.
Thank me so much. How did I do with the debate the other night?
Amazing.
That old broken down pile of crap. Yeah. It's a bad guy. He just quit, He's quitting the rest. Is that right? Yep, I got him out of there. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic. It's so amazing. It's just so fucking bad. So I just can't imagine. But can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man. Very tough guy, and they see him. They probably can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting. Good. Yeah, that's amazing. Just keep knocking them out. Huh?
That old busted down piece of crap, and then Kamala. She's great. She's great. She's a fucking train wreck.
She's a fucking train wreck. Jesus Christ. That is amazing. Like, I just love the candor. He's just talking to who the fuck, like, and who was it that recorded him? Who is this? Like,
one of the people working on the golf course. He's like,
I want to know.
Like, how did I do at the debate? And he's giving him $100 bills.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
he's
dude,
like Etep's like J. Jonah Jameson right now. Find me, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I want to know who, like, well, I want to know who recorded it, and, like, you know, obviously, like, motivation wise, what were you, you know, I mean, Trump's not going to be anything but honest. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, the guy is honest to a fucking fault. So, I mean, and he really didn't say anything that nobody, and this is the funny thing, they'll try to, you know, I'm sure they already are, but like I said, I've been paying attention. Them trying to spin this. Oh my God, can you believe he said that? Fuck no. Yeah, I can believe he said it because it's fucking true.
How can you not believe it?
Biden, that debate was a train wreck. I mean, and then the next day they're like, oh, well, look at what how he's speaking out. Well, yeah, because it's cut together and it's probably fucking AI or a body double, which doesn't seem too far from the realm of possibility. And then Kamala Harris is a dolt. That woman is where's my Fisk button? Yeah, she's literally like I this is the worst possible scenario. It's like, yeah, we've got a problem. Let's throw a completely inept, incompetent woman whose main claim to fame is the fact that you can call her lips and lungs.
Hey, it's a diversity hire. What do you expect, right? She she was a flatback whore. She fucked Willie Brown, the mayor of San Francisco, and then hitched her wagon to Money Mutual Montel Williams. I mean, she was a fucking piece of ass, and she's situationally black, which is even funnier in the whole situation because she's like West Indian or something like that, Jamaican.
Yeah, I think Jamaica. She keeps lying about stuff too. I mean, they're all the same.
Situationally, whatever ethnicity, she's like Elizabeth Warren and Rachel Dolezal, and Talcum X, Sean King.
The melanin of the weak blood or something,
like,
you know.
Even with all of that, like, really, what has she done anywhere in her political career?
Her main claim to fame is locking up more black men in the state of California than any other attorney general in history for minor.
Well, now I'm a fan.
Yep.
Now I'm a fan.
Monotony.
I did not.
What up, everyone? I'm just here to talk about Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi's tender fiddles, and I'm all out of Kamala Harris. So, what it do? Happy Friday! Shout out to Papa Cotton in the chat, and yeah, we'll be back later on with another video. Good night, everyone.
Wait, did you want to talk? Hold on. Someone said something about Nancy Pelosi. Should we talk about Nancy and her tender fiddles?
We want the boy. I can't do a good Pelosi.
It's got to be with the lisp. That's how and the laugh. That's Nancy Pelosi. Who's responsible for January 6th? Hold on, let me grab my scotch.
I thought I heard somebody mention pet stores and everything like that. So, yeah, we did see a swallow at a pet store earlier today, and then I realized it was just Kamala Harris.
Oh, shit. How you doing, Tommy?
Oh, what's going on there, buddy?
Not too much. It's just, more craziness, but trying to have a decent show. We didn't want to go too heavy today. But, again,
so we're staying off the Lizzo jokes? Got it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Trump had so many of them. Do you remember when Trump made them?
And I was there when Trump was there.
Yeah, there was actually another hidden camera. I don't know if you guys saw this one. We might as well show it because I don't care. YouTube or not, I don't give a shit. Yeah, take a look at this one. This was pretty good. Hunter was returning one of his rental cars.
Yeah, was it? It hurts.
Yeah, it sure does hurt, doesn't it?
Right.
So here we go.
Biden was here or something. I don't know if this was this location. was when Hertz Rent-A-Car was here. But yeah, that incident did occur here.
He like left like drugs in the car or something. That's so funny. He was renting a car and he like parked the car and he left like drugs and like a stolen ID badge. Did he get in trouble? Do you know?
The charges were dropped.
Oh,
Of course.
so he just like turned the car in the middle of the night, or?
No, it was daytime.
Oh,
Yeah. So, yeah, the sheriff's department came out and put him in handcuffs and, took him to the county jail. And shortly thereafter, he was released with no charges.
wow.
Hunter Biden was car to visit this small town in Arizona called Cornville, population 3,000, where he crashed his rental car, blamed it on a spiritual owl. He returned it to the rental car company and accidentally forgot his crack pipe, a bag of cocaine, Secret Service credentials, and his dead brother's attorney general badge. Hunter had a white van pick him up where he escaped to this hidden sanctuary in the middle of the desert owned by Puma. Who is Puma? She is a colon and fecal therapist. I shit you not. Police obtained warrants and searched all over for Hunter, but could not locate him due to his new hideout.
Right down the street from Hunter Biden's cocaine binge at the poop resort, we have John's house. I'm not talking 20 miles, 100 miles away, or even in the same town. This is a mile and a half down the road. It's a dirt road. We're in a rural area. So all these people, I mean, they're all living right next to each other. There's something going on, something strange going on in this town.
Isn't that interesting?
Papa said he's never heard of Cornville. It's right next to Cornhole, and apparently Hunter visits that place a lot too.
Yeah, and this guy on his thread, there's also the police report, and apparently he was using his dead brother's credentials in order to rent the car because the arrest is for his brother.
Oh, you're acting like this is a big deal. This is standard operating procedures for Democrats. You always use somebody's dead credentials, especially during voting season.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, that's both parties, Tommy.
Yeah. That's how it's done, folks.
He's the mayor of Corn Pop. That's the mayor of Cornville.
Did you guys see the video of Trump on the golf course that was making the rounds yesterday?
Yeah, literally, I just played it right before you popped in.
Yeah, right when it came on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Excellent. Holy shit, man. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, it's just, he's a wreck. He's a train. He's horrible. I destroyed him. And then it's like, yeah, and Kamala. That's who they look like they're gonna want to run now. She's like, oh, it's great. She's a fucking train wreck.
Real quick question right here. Is nobody going to say nothing about Adam dropping his wiener dog while he was on mic?
Did you drop it?
Like Gavin McGinnis on Friday Night Tights, or?
Oh, please. That
No,
was,
it's I'm out here where the hillbillies be, and they be letting off the fireworks. So there was the big kaboom and then the ambulance and all that shit. So that's why I was like, sorry,
Adam, you're too modest. Too modest.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. But yeah, before we get back into a little bit of a heavier subject matter, I want to talk a little bit about comic books. I mean, I saw something the other day, and I didn't get to stream. We did instead of the Sunday stream, we went over to I don't know why, that gay wrestling event or whatever, but we were supporting Draven, I guess. I don't know. But there's something I wanted to talk about because that week everyone was talking about this. And
well, wait a minute, real quick, before you continue, Vinny. When you're saying you're supporting Draven, you mean you finally got him those wire brothers that you've been asking for with the bats on it?
No.
You found him a girl with downs, or was it a blow-up doll? No, you were. I mean, come on, we do
bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Thank you, Trump. No, holy hell. No, it was actually Jim Lee. I don't know if anyone saw this. Apparently, he dropped his commission list, or was making the rounds of what this guy pulls in on his commissions. And to me, it was just shit to stir the pot and to have some kind of drama. Because let's face it, this guy's a multimillionaire. This guy, he made all of his money already. He was so rich when he sold his company Wildstorm to DC years ago that he bought a villa next to George Clooney on Lake Como. I think he's since sold it, but he was there. George Clooney was his neighbor for a while. So this is the type of money these people are pulling in. So what do you think his commission prices would be, as if he takes regular commissions from any normal people anyway, as if you could contact him directly to get a proper commission. These people are all demented. They think that they're rock stars. Now, granted, he is a good artist. He did his thing. To me, his best work was on the X-Men in the 90s.
Yep.
With Chris Claremont writing. I mean, that's some of his best stuff. But for what the hell they did, it just felt insulting and more egotistical than anything else I've seen. I still don't understand why, like, even these other creators, like, they want to jump on the bandwagon of, yeah, his price, that's what he should command for the work and the career he's done. And blah, 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 blah. Like, these guys think that they're going to be able to get him to do a cover or something, because it's like the only reason why they kiss their ass. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to see you drop it. I mean, should we do the prices right part and have everybody guess before you reveal the answer?
Hold on, let me see if I can. I know I saved it somewhere. I'll see if I can find where it was. But yeah, it was pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
Well, Todd McFarlane's signature on the #1 Spider-Man wet signed with COA that I got was like $100 back, and it was a while back, mind you. You know, a good couple decades back, but you know, but for me, I'm not going to pay more, you know, than like 150. It would depend. If it was something like what you were doing, where you're sketching on the cover, personally making it 101, then I'd pay a little more, because again, it's 101. If it's just like the McFarlane signature I got, yeah, man, no, because there's a billion of those books. There's nothing special about. I mean, yeah, I got his signature and I'm a fan, and then I put it up next to all your work because, well, I love your work. So, you know, that's not why I'm here either. But you know, but you see what I'm saying? Like, even with it being Jim Lee, because I agree with you, man. Like, I think his best work is what I have, which is his X-Men run. I would want it to be a personalized piece, like him drawing something for me, and then, you know, maybe a couple hundos, but that, you know, that's about it.
I hear you. Well, here's the thing too, because again, they're so in demand from the fans because of the old stuff and the things that, you know, they collected, and I get it. Now let me kind of make things clear as well, because a lot of people be, oh, that's just jealousy and blah blah blah. I'll break down something for you of another artist who's at a super high caliber of people love and they praise. His name's Alex Ross, the painter one or whatever. And I was at the signing in Barnes and Noble when his hardcover book came out. What was it, Mythology? I think it was, some shit like that. But anyway, he was promoting at a Barnes and Noble in New York. And somebody asked him what his thoughts were on Jim Lee's Hush, since it just dropped. Like, there were a couple of issues in or something. This guy had nothing good to say about it, nothing whatsoever, and you could tell the hatred he had for Jim Lee. So, so it's not a jealousy aspect or anything like that. That's someone who's making good money, like this guy, and has been in the business. And he's like, I think the colors are okay. Like, he didn't even want to talk about it. And then afterwards, I heard him like ripping on it too, because he goes, he had a whole bunch of background artists working on that book. He didn't do this all by himself, you know, but he's taking the credit for it and all this other shit. Like, this is how this industry is, you know. It's filled with snakes and douchebags. Let's make that crystal clear. But, you know, the people who want to knob shine these guys just because of what they've done and like justify the prices on this stuff, that's what turns my stomach. Because at the convention scene, this whole thing is a racket. You'll have the CGC graded books. You have all this other shit. And these people are making a ton of money. They're making more money than artists in Artist Alley, the ones who are doing the grading. So, like, and it's bullshit. It's to me, the whole thing is a scam. The whole thing's a racket. But
well, they depend on your book, and it's up to them on what they say it's worth. So let's say it was a 10, but you're never going to get anyway. But you know what I mean? Like, exactly, it is a racket because it's up to them. And what if they hate the artist? You can't tell me that doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, Duke. Let me say another quick load out, everyone out there. We got a Dega in the house. What's up, man? Hope you had a happy 4th. We got Nuke in the house as well. You know, I was just saying how like Alex Ross was dunking on it a little bit when he came out. But yeah, and again, this was at a signing. There was a room full of people. Yeah, we got Genuine Comics in the house. Hey, man, good seeing you. Yeah, but it's it's wild how they put these certain people up on pedestals. But don't forget, he's like the publisher right now of DC on top of it. So of course they're gonna knob shine and do whatever they have to. But granted, those ink pieces and things that he's put up on his social media, they look all right for what they are. I still have a problem. I think his artwork is very dated. He's got a lot of good technique in there, and there are some cool images he's done. But for what he's charging, well, it's not even what he's charging. It's them putting out these prices that I thought was retarded, because regular people aren't going to be able to get this. We'll make that crystal clear. Regular people, they're not hiring him. Like, I'm not going to be able to hire Jim Lee. You can't get his contact information. You know what I mean? It's that type of shit. The people who are paying him are, again, other professionals who want some original artwork to put in their collection that he's known for years. And your DC, your company like DC, because he ain't going to Marvel right now with the exclusive contracts and other things they have, especially since he's publisher. You're not going to see him going anywhere. So for the prices that they put out there, it was just to be braggadocious and to stir the pot.
Well, you know what, Vinny, in a way, too, I know you're talking about the greed aspect of it, and I think that's the most disgusting part of it, because why are they doing all these conventions, really? I mean, besides the fact that apparently, probably at this stage of their career, a lot of them are fucking just jackasses that failed to fucking be able to keep their spot in the business, and they're doing this shit to maybe subsidize their earnings and everything. But if they would have fucking played it smart and all the time that they were making all the money, they shouldn't have been in this position. They should be doing it just for the fucking fans, because all these goddamn things are really generated towards the comic book fans to be able to show up and have a little bit of fun, be able to interact with their favorite artists and creators and stuff like that. And that's what it's for. And, to rip off the same people to help put you in the position that you're in, or at the very least that you were in, and have that spotlight cast on you to take advantage of that is just purely fucking disgusting.
Oh, it really is, dude. It really is. And then and I saw some of the other people that are still there. Like there was a writer, one of those female writers, who she put out this big story about how great of a man Jim Lee is and blah blah blah. In the middle of all this, that's someone who's still getting work with them. That's someone who's been she's probably a millionaire because of him too, and all this shit. Because we know that they pay with their royalties and stuff too over at DC. Marvel, not so much, but DC is a little bit better about that. So of course they're gonna fucking gloat and talk about it. But who are they helping out? He was helping out somebody who was in the industry. Like, this is how it is. What they did, what these people did, this wave of creators from the late 80s and 90s, they pulled up the ladder behind them is what they did. No one's really teaching anyone. No one's bringing in new talent. No one's passing the torch. What they did was they got their money. They're going back into the industry now as editors or other shit like that as well. Or even some guys, they won't retire. They're just taking a top spot from others.
You know what, Vinny, real quick, and let me interject here. You know what they remind me of? A lot of these guys that work for the big two. They remind me of those fucking old wrestlers that just refuse to give up their spot and won't go away.
Yes, that's perfect. That's a perfect example.
Hulk Hogan.
Because let's go back a little bit further. Because you had your Jack Kirby's, you had your John Buscema's, you had people with massive talent, right? Those guys were teaching others. Those guys were passing the torch. Those guys were like, this is how you're supposed to behave when you're doing these conventions and stuff. What you're supposed to be doing. A professionalism that went out the window. Because we know now, what do all these people do? All these people are, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use a cliche word. I was about to. But let's just say they're very self-absorbed. It's about them and their rock star status. And they just want to get all that money, and they don't want to help out anybody else.
Cue up the song For the Love of Money.
Yeah,
money.
Yeah. I don't know who's in the back, but we're on YouTube right now, so I see an icon that could get me in trouble. So I don't. If whoever's back, if you want to change it or what you're doing, whatever shtick you're about to do.
Oh no.
Is it Negro icon Cody Rhodes?
It's along those lines.
Oh no.
But yeah, just but anyway, like I said, I was going off a little bit on this comic book kind of thing, because let's face it, these are the people right now who they are destroying the industry at the moment. They are, because they're there's a lot of them that they just became activists, you know? So you'll have these writers, you have these people, like they'll tell the stories that they want to tell. They make a lot of money. And then what happens after that? Oh, then they either get canceled or someone tries to do something, and then they placate to them and they put out like garbage, message type stories. This is how they've been operating, and they wonder why. Oh, it's just SJWs. It's not just that. It's the arrogant pricks who they think that their shit doesn't stink. They don't want any new talent in there. And a lot of the new talent, because they can't get the work, because they can't do things, and they don't know the basis of the basics. What are they doing? They're using scam things. They're using AI, and they're using like Clip Art Studio to fake perspective and everything else because they don't know how to do it themselves. And that's the problem, I think, with the industry and why it keeps dying. It's because there's no one who's teaching anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, let me pull in. All right, who do we got back here? Hello.
All right.
You live because Popo allows it. Well, whoever this is, they're muted.
Who did you send a link to?
A few people.
It's me. I was trying to come in as Popo, but you thought it was blackface. So Hi, here Tina. I am. Yes. Everyone, someone find Nail. I need my bag changed.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. Just stewing in my own filth, waiting for Nail or Dende to come change my bag. But at least I can form a complete sentence while having crap in my pants, unlike a president.
This is true, man. This is true. Holy crap. Yeah.
And
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking like the things you're talking about. Like imagine other occupations where they purposely like sabotaged. Could you imagine like being a heart surgeon? Oh, and then what you want to do is just we don't need these parts over here. And you see this fucking fibia? That's no good. Oh, you don't need that. Like, could you imagine just like other occupations just
like a
sabotaging?
pharmaceutical not releasing the cure for certain diseases because there's no money in that?
Right, stuff like that. Could you imagine living in a world that does things like that?
Could you imagine? They think it's only for the horse track.
Wow. Yeah, imagine that. Diseases that we could have a cure for.
Yeah, it's wild. We'll pivot back to comics for a sec because I do want to go over his list if people want to. We'll do that thing. We'll do a guessing game to see what people think his prices might be. But so Genuine Comics, he goes, Jim Lee's art lost something. His 90s work was stellar. It had an edge, while his modern work is technically great. It's not that exciting anymore. And I agree. And there's also other shit too. So when I started getting into the convention scene, like Jim was still somebody that all these editors were stroking it to, right? And they wanted everyone to draw like him. And I didn't know that until like I was showing my portfolio to a pretty big editor and / writer. And I'm talking to the guy. He's like, well, he's looking at my work. He's like, it's good and all, but it's not Jim Lee. I'm like, yeah, because Jim Lee didn't draw it. I drew it. He's like, no, I mean like the Batman. It doesn't look like Jim Lee's Batman. And I'm like, you guys for the longest time have always been saying, don't copy anyone's style. Now you want people to copy someone's style. Explain this to me. And he goes, well, but here's the thing, like Artist Alley, I could just walk into Artist Alley. And I could have, because I put him on the spot. He didn't know what to say. So he's like, I could get like an Adam Hughes. I could hire an Adam Hughes. Oh, so what you're telling me is I should go into Artist Alley and get a table in Artist Alley. No, that's not necessarily what I'm saying. And I'm going, yeah. Oh. So tell me what you're saying. That you only want to work with those established creators. Am I right? That you don't want to give people a chance. I mean, this is why the industry is what it is and why it keeps falling apart. Because there's other people, like I've heard of a few, not all of them. There's been a few that actually have given tips to artists and tried to steer them in the right direction, and I applaud them. But it's the other ones that try to give the same bullshit response as always, and they tell you the same books to pick up or whatever, and then they're blowing hot wind up your ass essentially, And they always change whatever suits them at the moment. So like if let's say I did have a Jim Lee style to my Batman, it would have been something else. Like, why are you drawing like Jim Lee? Like, you should have your own voice. You should have your own vision and style. They'll pull that. You know what I mean? Like they'll use any excuse not to hire new people. And they've done that throughout the years. As another example, I've seen like some of these other creators like really try to boast up people who had zero talent. Zero. Like it's literally looked like a child with broken hands drew something and they're like, oh, you're doing such a great job. Like they treat the kids like they're early kids, guys in their 20s. They treat them like they're literally retarded, you know? And it's like, no, you're doing a good job. Yeah, you can pick up a pencil. You're gonna be something one day. Those are the ones
like Jill talking to Joe.
Yes. Yeah. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And to me, like I said, it's retarded. This industry, I don't know what the fuck they did, what they were thinking, but look at all the books that are out there. Like, I don't want to name certain creators, but I know specifically there's a top writer who has a line that's out the door all the time. He's worked on some of the biggest books. They tried to cancel him a couple of years ago. So he wanted to placate to that audience. So they had him write up a really shitty little, I guess, like comic book miniseries or something that was all agenda filled, which never sold. The majority of people had no idea this thing even came out, and it was just clogging up the shelves so that he could appease the people who are paying him, essentially, and so he won't get canceled. Like, this is how this shit, how they operate. And that's another reason, like I said, why comic books have fallen to shit. It's not just the agenda-filled stuff. It's the egomaniacs that are there, the ones who keep pulling up the ladder and bragging in your face. Because, like, let's face it, does Jim really need to take commissions? The guy's a multimillionaire. Does he need to be taking commissions? No. The answer is no. But we'll break it down. So, guys, we'll go from, I guess, the least to the highest, maybe. Let's go with something simple. How much do you think a small headshot would cost from Jim? Let's say about a 7-inch image or whatever. It's like a side profile, not even a full head. It's just a side profile. It's easier for them. How much do you think he charges? We'll go to Etep. How much do you think?
About 100 and a quarter.
Okay, we got 100 and a quarter. We'll go down to Superfan. What do you think? Is he there? Everybody's
way too high for my price, so I'll say $1, Bob.
$1. Adam's got $1. Hold on.
$1, Bob.
Pete,
I don't think he understands how the betting works.
I don't think he does either. Adam, you don't have a proper guess?
I think everybody will be over, so therefore I'll win. Neener, boo boo.
$1, Bob.
All right, we got $1. Well, we'll go to Brutal. What do you think?
He even pulled out the neener boo boo card, man. He's serious. Yeah, I'm gonna double Etep. I'm gonna go 250.
250. Okay. This is just a side profile headshot. We got Nuke at 500.
Capital JL over here. We can't let JL just have a little bit of money, you know.
Right? We'll go Tommy. Tommy, what do you think? Tommy. We'll go to Monotony.
So I was gonna go with 275, but then Feudal Warning Flood went with 250, so I will go with 251.
251. Okay. We'll do all right. Who else we got here? We got Big Green. Big Green. What do we got?
3 million Zenny and a pair of Boma's used panties.
All right, that's a little high.
But it's 3 million Zenti. So
rate?
I was gonna say,
what's the conversion on that?
We need the conversion first, and then is there interdimensional like tax on that? Like
no.
What do we have to declare? Like
no Namekian tax if it's Earth. Okay, American Earth dollars in your universe, $600 and a pair of Boma's used panties that she wore for 2 days in a row.
You get
Yo.
You can't put a price on
Yeah.
that.
The street value on Bulma's 2-day-old panties is fucking priceless.
Well, if it was Twitch, I mean, you could do the conversion that way.
That's true. Tommy, what do you got? What do you think for just a 7-inch headshot side profile? What do you think he charges?
$5,000.
$5,000. Okay.
Can I change my guess?
Yeah, you could. What do you want?
252.
252. All right. All right. I'll tell you right now. Somebody's over. Somebody's way under. All right. So Tommy, you're over. $5,000 is that's not what he charges for a side profile. Although I think that is a very good guess. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes at that route at some point. To be a dick or to be braggadocious. So no. We have $1. That's way too. No, you're out, Adam. Sorry. Everybody else, you're under. You're way under everyone else. But yeah, Tommy overshot it. But
I thought they were all gonna overshoot it. I was there when you were talking about it, so it'd be wrong for me to say anything too. But I honestly did. I thought everybody was gonna Tommy it. So that's why I was like $1, Vin.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll tell you right now, 250, 252. 252 would have got it, but Nelson said 600, and he was the closest without going over. It was $1,000 for a simple, crappy side profile headshot. $1,000 on like shit paper. So
nope, that's not true. Bulma's panties are priceless.
$1,000 for a picture. I paid more for fetish hookers.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a ship. It's like I said, those are like the crappy ones that if you do happen to catch him somewhere at a convention and he's going, all right, I open up my commission list, which is going to be like 5 people, mind you, because it's like 5 to 10 people, if that. And it's one simple drawing that they repeat over and over. So it's not you're not even going to get anything special. So oh yeah, go ahead, Tom.
No, I'm just saying he could like pick up hookers by drawing them a little side profile.
I guess so, yeah.
That's my hero.
All right, we'll go to the next option here. We have blank comic book cover.
Wait, I win.
Right, like some of the ones that I typically sell on campaigns and stuff. It's only like a bust shot, no background. And then we'll do 2 prices on this one. So we have a simple one, a simple bust on a sketch cover. So it's a regular comic book with like a white wraparound cover essentially. So it's just the front that he's drawing it on. And then we have one that's a wraparound. And again, no background, just if you want a character that's, covers both sides of the image essentially. So we'll have 2 prices on this one. But hold on. They said, but Jim Lee, he's gonna supply the cover. I think he said, hold on, he'll supply the blank cover. But you can supply. If you have your own, you can bring your own. But the price isn't going to change. So whether he brings it or you bring it. So all right, we got 2 prices: regular front head bust kind of shot, or and wraparound. So what do you guys think? We'll go. All right, we'll go with Pete again. What do you got?
Let's go with this one's gonna be around what? Let's go 1,500.
1,500. Okay. And what do you? And if it's a full wraparound, so he's drawing on the front and back of the book.
Oh shit!
Let's say it's a guy. He's got like his arms stretched out, like a Wolverine type thing, and part of his arm is going on the back cover as well.
Oh God, that's gonna be oh man, let's go 2,500.
2,500.
Let's go 2,500.
All right. Super fan, what do we got?
Well, if he's already charging, it was 1,000 for like a thumbprint, basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with for just a little single, $5,000.
$5 grand. Okay.
And for the back, because he's a dick, we'll go with he'll double it because he'll be like, yeah, so, and I'll break it in half and I'll give you a deal. So 12 grand. Yeah, 10. We'll do 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna double it just because.
Right. That's what we got there.
This one I don't know the answer to, obviously.
Okay. We'll go to Brutal. What you got?
We're throwing a lot of numbers around. You know what? I'm going to go 8K.
You do 8.
8.
Okay.
Because if you can be greedy, why not be all the way greedy?
All right. And if that drawing extends to the back?
Sure. Well, yeah. Okay. Then then I'll go to 7 to 8. 7 for the first one and 8 for the big.
Okay. You changed. All right. 7.
I forgot it was kind of a two-parter.
You just charge an extra 1,000 for the back part because you already. I see what you're saying, Brutal.
Okay.
All right. You want that extra arm on the back? It's another grand.
Yeah. All right. We'll kick it on over. Tony, what do you think?
3,000 and 5,000.
3 and 5. All right. And we'll go over to our big green.
First off, I just want to say, Pete, I know you're wearing a green mask to hide your face. That is cultural appropriation, and I find it very offensive. Second off, my bid is $6,000, 3 used pairs of Bulma's panties that she only wore for a day, and that dress Chi-Chi wore that one time when her and Goku got sushi and she peed a little from excitement.
And the back cover?
I don't know, 2,000?
No, it's 2,000 on top of the 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 8. So 6 in the front, 8 in the back. All right. And Tommy, what do we got?
All right. So the just the plain front cover, right?
Yeah.
We'll go with 100 grand on that, and we'll say 200 grand for the wraparound.
Oh, okay. Jesus. And
$483 million.
All right, we'll say right off the bat, Tommy. All right, that was astronomical. That's way overbid.
Perfect.
So you're out on that.
I'm trying to think like somebody's full of himself, you know?
Right.
Those are Hunter Biden prices, man.
Holy shit.
I'm not even high enough for that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Guys, I hope you're enjoying that. This is pretty funny. So we got Tolbat is in the house as well. What's up, buddy? Let me take a quick look, see what some people said here. We got Nuke is at 3,500 and 7,500. Tolbat, he's saying 1,500. Or no, I'm sorry. So almost 15,000, right? That we got there. Invisible Man, 25 there. All right, hold on. We got 5,000. Adam was wait. What's going on here? Tolbat's putting just random numbers all over the place. All right, forget it.
Is he doing like a Helen Keller?
Adam,
1,1,001.
Adam said 7 for standard and 8 for the wraparound.
No, I said 5, and then I said 10 for the wraparound because he's agreeing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got it written down.
Literally double it.
All right. Yeah. So all right, that's we got. Yeah. We got.
Pete it was brutal. It was brutal. It was brutal. It said 7 and 8. Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
All right. Yeah.
Close
we got
enough,
Pete.
Tom.
Pete was 1,500. And 2,500. I think. Yeah, that's what. That's what Tolbat was putting out there. All right, for the other folks. Thank you, Tolbat. All right. So yeah, that's what he had. Yeah, Adam was at 5 and 10. Brutal said 8, and then he switched it to 7 and 8. Monotony says 3 and 5. And Green Monster here, we got 6 and 8. Tommy way overbid, but 2 of you guys.
But can you put a price on narcissism? I don't think you can.
Right.
But don't forget Bulba's panties.
Oh God. No. So you guys. So we had 2 guys that almost hit it on the nose. Actually, Brutal, you hit it on the nose for the front cover and then changed it. So it's $8,000 for a simple head bust, front cover only.
Oh, wow.
Back cover, if it extends and you put more of the character on there, $12K. So $8 and $12K for this simple, shitty fucking sketch cover.
Wow.
That's what this guy is. This is what he was pulling. Oh, it gets more crazy, folks. We're gonna jump it up now. So we have a 9 by 12 inch. That's waist up figure, limited background, and we'll have a price range on this one. We got a price range because there's a little bit of background there. It depends if it's extra complicated for him and it's a little too much work. So
I'd like to start the bidding on this one at $1 million.
So meanwhile, if I wanted to make $12,000 with a pencil, I'd have to stab 12,000 people with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's refresh everyone. So his head, a regular head bust on a comic book, basically it's like 6 and something by around 10 inches. This is 9 by 12 inches. It's waist up, a little bit of background. So we got a range, we got a price range. We'll do it in. Tommy, give me a reasonable price range you might think you might.
Now you want me to be reasonable? Jesus
well,
Christmas.
Not that reasonable, but $1 million is way too much.
All right. I still want to be ridiculous. Let's go with 30K.
30K. All right. So we are. Well, like I said, we'll give you a little bit of leeway. So, is that the higher end or the lower end?
We'll make that the what the hell? We'll make that the higher end.
Okay. So what do you think the lower end might be?
Say 25.
25. Okay. All right. We'll throw it over to Pete. What you got?
I had to put my glasses on so I could see this better. Jesus, this is a tough one. God, because this guy's obviously overcharging. The last one was what, eight grand was
8
the
and 12, yeah.
8 and 12. So we want the high low here. Let's go. Let's go. 40 to 45. Vinny.
40 to 45.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll kick it on over to Adam.
24 for the low and 30 for the high.
Okay. We'll go brutal. What you got, brutal?
Oh, there it is. That's the thing I was looking for. The damn microphone thing.
Low end, high end.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 25 to 35. I'm gonna go in that.
25,
range.
35. All right. Tony Tone Deaf, what we got?
So I'm so sorry. I was talking to my mom. So what is it for again?
All right. This is a 9 by 12 inch waist up figure. So it's still, we're doing like a bust type thing. With a little bit of background. So it's the price range. We have a price range on this one. So it's between something and something.
It's a physical figure, you're saying, or
no? He's doing a drawing on a 9 by 12 inch piece of paper. Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea.
So the last one's similar, and he was charging 8.
Or even think about the comic book,
okay.
right? What is the full comic, Vinny, that's open?
10 and 15 thou?
Between 10 and 15. Okay.
Nice, Tony.
That's a good bit. That's a good bit. We'll kick it on over to our Big Green. What you got?
16,000 American Earth dollars, 1 used tampon in a cigarette cellophane from Bulma, and Chi-Chi's vibrator.
That's the range we're in?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like a good trade, man. Good trade.
We can't argue with that.
Chi-Chi's vibrator was the deal closer right there.
That's better than her tampon, right?
Surprisingly, there's a number of you guys who went over, and there's someone who got it right on the money. So someone is owed. What does Bob Barker give? $100?
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. Well, someone's got that ding 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 ring ring ring. Someone got it. Someone nailed it. So it's not Pete. Pete, you went over. You went over by a good number. Tommy also went over, but he was getting closer to that ballpark. He was getting much closer. Adam over. Nelson over by 1,000. The guy who got it on the fucking nose, Tony Tone Deaf.
Tone Deaf.
He got it on the money. Yeah, Brutal, you went over as well. But yeah, between 10 and 15K.
Jesus.
Who could have foreseen this?
So, yeah, it's insane. Absolutely insane.
Who could have foreseen this? We all see right through you, Etep.
Yep.
This
we
is
got
bullshit.
one more, folks. We got one more. So, what do you think? An 11 by 17. So we're talking your standard full comic book page, one character, limited background. Oh, actually, after this we do have one last one. All right. So this is a full comic book page with a character and a little bit of background. He's got one set price on this one. What do you think it is? We'll go. I don't know who wants to go. Tom? You want to go first?
I say 20.
All right, Adam says 20. Or we'll go to Pete until.
Yeah, I'm gonna go $20,001, Vinny.
$20,001.
Damn you!
Hey, thank you, bud. Never mind, bud.
Etep, don't look at me like that.
All right. Brutal, what do you got?
I'm giving you the look right now.
He's giving you the look. I'm going to go again with my 25 to 35. It didn't work last time. I'm going to try it. Let it ride.
Nice. Let it ride.
One price, 25 to 30. I love it. 25 to 35. Let it ride.
Nuke says 33 on this one. Godzilla
Always bet on
says
black.
Godzilla says $20,002. Holy shit. Tone, what do you got for this one? This is a full comic book page of one full character with a little bit of background.
I wanted to go with 2 million pennies, but Adam went there first, so
okay.
I'll go with 18.5.
18.5. Okay. But you originally said 20. So all right, we got that. Big Green, what do we got?
It's gonna be 23,000 American Earth dollars and being able to sniff Bulma and Chi-Chi's fingers after they finger each other. Then you get to watch, but you don't get to jack it.
Hello, everyone. This is the Weeb Network. Oh shit, Tommy, what do we got?
We belong to each other.
Full comic book page, 11 by 17. A full character with a little bit of background.
100K.
100K. I think he's going to end up hiring you for these set prices. All right, folks. There's a number of you guys who got it on the nose. And Godzilla, I think he'll take those extra $2. 20K is what he charges for that. 20K. All right.
Look at the expression on my face. I'm in shock.
Yeah, right. It's ridiculous. It's freaking
utter
ridiculous.
shock.
All right. All right. Now we have cover because he doesn't do interior anymore. So this is either a recreation of one of his other famous drawings or something, or just his cover price. What do you think his cover price is going to be?
Tommy.
I gotta wait to get my answer.
Tommy,
Okay.
And Tommy, you cannot say $1 billion.
Yeah.
A frigzillion dollars.
A frigzillion. 1 million fulfilled. I'm gonna go with 28,000, Vincenzo.
28. I'm
gonna go with 28,000.
All right. There was a little bit of a range, but I'm just I know how these dicks operate, so yeah, we'll do one price on this one. All right.
Wait. Somebody clip that. Vinny saying, "I know how these dicks operate."
I know how these dicks operate. Yep.
Somebody clip that. I need that sound bite.
613.
You're jerking enough, it goes off. So
He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
Brutal. What do we got?
Oh, I'm going big. I'm going all in. 75. 75. 75.
Going all in. Settle down there, Tony Khan.
Go big.
All right. All right. Let's do Tony. Tony, what you got?
Let's just go with 40K.
40K. All right. That's Tony's. Adam, what do we have?
I was originally gonna say 30, but we're talking the whole cover with limited art, correct?
Limited background, yeah.
Background, sorry, yeah. So
you don't like to draw
overall,
background.
the cover itself, just to clarify, is going to be very limited on what's on the cover, unlike many of the ones I bought from you. Because
this is 11 by 17. This is an actual comic book page, not. It's like an official what we draw on. Because then when we scan it and everything, and we print it, it goes down to regular comic book size.
Gotcha. I'm gonna say 50 grand.
50K.
Yeah, I was gonna say 30, but I'm gonna go with 50. Right. But if it's in the between, it's between 30 and 50.
Right.
Yep.
Big Green. What do we got?
37K, and me and Piccolo get to turn Bulma and Chi-Chi into finger puppets for a half hour.
37. I'm gonna say right now, there's a couple of you guys are over, surprisingly. But you guys you're doing pretty good though with this, because there's a couple that were very much in the ballpark. So Tommy, you're the last one. What do you think?
$1 million.
I just said some of these other guys are a little over, and
I don't care. I'm sticking with that answer, Jim.
Okay,
Vinny, you're basically it's like Ramathorn and Farva. He's like, all right, Tommy, what do you think? And he's like, easy rod.
Holy shit! I'll say right now, Godzillionaire and Pete, you guys are very much in the ballpark. And Big Green, you're very close.
You were not entertained people.
You were 2K over. $35,000 for a cover. And mind you, he's only doing pencils and inks. He ain't doing, and I would even the way he's doing it now, it's like sloppy. It's not even what you would think. So he's charging
closer, but I would not doubt him doing 50 though. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't doubt it either. Especially if he has someone else come in and do the background for him. You'd have to pay them, so he'd go up. Dude,
you can't put a price on finger blasting Bulma and Chi-Chi for a half hour.
This is true. He's so this guy is a multimillionaire, and he's putting these pretend prices out there as if normal people are gonna be able to afford this. Get the fuck out of here. Insanity is what this is. This was to be braggadocious and to be a dick online, and then he could have his back and forth between the fans and the indie creators who are looking for work from him and DC. That's how these people are. So they'll rub their shit in your face and laugh about everything as well. And trust me, there are other guys that they charge insane prices like this or more as well. They're out there. But these are guys who've been in the industry for such a long time, and this is what they command. These are the prices that they command. Yeah, and in a market and in an economy that has completely fallen to shit, he's got the balls to put this out there, and people, they're jealous. They're jealous. It's not jealousy. You're a scumbag. I've done drawings for free for little kids. I've done that. I've seen a couple other creators do that as well. That's what you're supposed to be doing, not the horse shit that these guys are pulling.
Stan Lee would be ashamed.
Oh, absolutely. Not just Stan Lee, any of those old timers. Oh, my friend the legend Alan Bellman, who he drew Captain America and stuff, and when he passed, he was in his 90s. Great guy, and he would always tell me that too. He was, Vinny, you have class. You're one of the few people I really like at these conventions, and you're someone who I think the industry should be following. That's what he told me, my friend Alan Bellman. God bless and his family and all that great stuff, man. He was a great individual, a legend, as he would say himself. You want to meet a legend? Come over here and buy some work. But he always knew how to sell. He was always selling. But Alan was awesome. And it's about having class. Now, if you got someone who's coming over you, obviously, who is an adult and he could afford these things, you put your prices out there. I always try to do a normal price range or somewhat competitive at these conventions. I never go astronomical, especially at doing those convention drawings. These guys are monsters, is what they are. These stupid motherfuckers who, again, who help destroy the industry, and you still have folks that are worshiping them. To me, it's insanity. I don't understand it. But again, I know a lot of people that they're complicit in this stuff of why the industry's falling apart.
You shouldn't price out fans. You know,
shouldn't.
like it may be a highlight of their life to meet their favorite comic book artists, you know, and when you see a price tag like that, you know, fucking go buy a Tesla. Like,
Yeah, basically. It's insane.
Yeah.
So like I said, yeah, even my friend Alan, he was in his 90s. He was still doing conventions. He would do a couple of simple little things. Nothing too complicated, but his prices weren't even close to this for, like, you know, these head sketches and things like that. Maybe like a full kind of blank cover thing, he'd be somewhere in the $1,000 range. But again, the guy's 90.
Well, he doesn't
He
need
was
the
in his 90s.
money. Lee doesn't. He doesn't need the money. It's different when you're a struggle. And again, not saying.
Oh, exactly. No, and you're right. Alan, he wasn't well off. He wasn't even close to it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And these are the guys who built this shit. They put all the hard work in, the old timers and all that. You know how many of them I seen? Fucking, they came out of basically like retirement to do those conventions and shit just so they could generate some money, because they're all most people are fucking destitute. And then you have these quote unquote ones from the 90s that are like these rock star type mentalities, who again, they flooded the market with shit. They did great when they were doing certain books and things, and then they were lazy. They sold their companies. They spit in fans' faces, but they went back to the companies that made them. So yeah, let's jerk them off. Like, I don't understand. Again, some of the fandom drives me insane as well. But you know, this is what it is. You know, this is what it is. I've seen they price out depending on books. If they're rare. So let's say you're going to meet one of your favorite artists or whatever, writers, and you come up to them with a more modern book that they've done. They'll be like, oh yeah, $10 for $15, whatever the fuck it is, depending on who the creator is. It's usually in that range. Some even go down to $5 if they're not that famous. But so we're talking $5 to $15 typically to sign a regular modern book. Now, if you have something that either has a first appearance of a character or it's an older book that's a little harder to get, they'll shoot those prices up to about $50 to $100 for a signature. Now, this is what I'm talking about, of the racket that they pull at these conventions and the bullshit that they make fans who, again, they got to pay at the door. They come in, they want to meet their heroes. Maybe they have just the one book or two books that they were collecting. They were buying it with their father, their grandfather, or something, or their mom got it for them, or whatever the story was. And they're so proud. They finally get a chance to meet their hero. They're waiting on a 3-hour line, and like, they're here. It's only $10 for a signature. Awesome. Oh, well, wait a minute. You got a first appearance of so and so, and that's an X-Men book from like 1980 something. Oh no, I'm sorry, dude. That's $100. It's what? No, I bought my book already. No. It's $100 to get him to sign it. I'd be like, go fuck yourself, dude. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then you get the CGC bullshit, and they take their cut as well. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. But yeah, this is what this whole industry turned into. So it's a dying industry that's dying even further right now. Because then guess what? The people who spend that money, because they will do that. I've seen fans do that. Like they'll cough up the extra bucks to get those signatures. Now they have no more money for anything else.
Right.
They won't even go buy artists out. They won't even try a new book, a new indie book, or anything like that. You know? And because of these Kickstarter campaigns and Indiegogo campaigns and all that, you got these people who are leaving those industries now, and they're flooding that market. So they coming out with their fan base, and they try to steal from the rest of the community. This is what's going on. Then you have the douchebags who are fighting online on your YouTube channels, and who's having slap fights, grown-ass men in their 40s or 50s having slap fights and attacking fans and all that other bullshit. And they go and they wonder, why are comics falling apart? Why isn't anyone buying anything anymore? Oh, yeah. And then the lateness of all those books. So you'll cough up your $50+ or you get your box set that's $200, $300, or $500. You want to get everything from blah blah blah, and then those things you're waiting 2-3 years for. Amazing.
4 years later.
Yeah, I wonder why the industry fell apart. I wonder. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you gave away pictures for free to kids. That's nice. That's good. I know an Earthling douchebag tattoo artist who used to give away 8x10 paintings to developmentally disabled people and their caregivers every other week in a raffle doing painting classes. But it stopped at COVID, he said.
Yeah, see, and that's a good thing, man. You know, when you got artists and creators like that, and that's awesome to hear, bro. But yeah, where are the good people out there anymore? You know, I've given away prints and stuff too. I told you there was a girl who was crying from a convention because there's some shitty quote unquote famous artist who worked on some female knockoff shitty character. Who made this girl cry because she's like, can you do a simple, like just a little head sketch? It doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to. No, I don't do it. I'm not doing it. You know, he was like yelling at the family, like to get away from his table. I didn't notice. They came over to me, and like the little girl was like, she saw the character, her eyes like they lit up, and then like she put her head down again. I'm like, oh, but what's wrong? You know? And the father's like, we just had a bad experience because we don't have any money right now. And I'm like, well, what happened? He was kind of reluctant, and he told me, he goes, yeah, that creator, who, mind you, is a creator who literally opened his asshole and took a photo and sent it to somebody in CG early on, mind you. So if you don't know who that is, maybe now you do. So this guy also made a little girl cry.
Yep.
I will sit on him.
Yeah. So what ended up happening was I'm like, okay, so the character that was there, like I had a big print. I don't normally have like the 11x17s. I have them a little bit smaller. But I did something special because the character was so hot at the time. I'm like, oh, no problem. I just signed it and gave it to her. And the father was like, oh no, dude, like I told you I don't have any money. I'm like, it's all right. This is her first convention experience. I don't want her to have a bad day. I said, you guys having a good time aside from that? Oh yeah, it was pretty good so far. And then we ran into Robbie. That's right. It was that piece of shit. And he made that little girl cry. So I gave her the big print. She was all happy, and he's like, I'll make this up to you, man. This is amazing. I said, you don't have to, you know. And
I am highly disappointed in you, Vinny. You're supposed to be working on the same level as all these other creators. You know what you should have asked.
$1 million.
Oh, that was great. Oh shit, man. But yeah, so yeah, it's amazing. Oh no, I don't think it wasn't sent to the gay frog nuke. It was sent to Cecil, from what I remember hearing. But I could be wrong. Maybe it was him. It's been so long ago. I don't even give a shit. Like most of those people are turds. But someone like this, after doing a stunt like that, he should have been fired immediately. I'm just saying, you don't. Again, this is a company, fucking Fortune 500 company, and you're hiring people like that, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's awful. But it's ridiculous.
Don't forget our famous, you know, hey, we're gonna do a contest, and then the person that wins with AI, and then brags about it, you know.
Oh like, yeah, and that's the same deal. Yeah, Todd pulled that shit too with his little contest. They broke their own rules because it didn't matter. It wasn't about the contest. Contest was PR to push his record-breaking comic bullshit. It's all of. I'm again having worked for him. I knew what it was going to be, but I kind of did those pieces primarily because they were going to be in an art book. So but I don't want to step it up anyway and just kind of like show people like this is what real fucking talent does. Hand drawn.
You succeeded in that, might I add.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
And also,
Nuke was saying it was the gay frog. Okay, but I thought that Cecil also got that one, or maybe it was sent to him as well. But yeah, it's like I said, man. It's all shit, and these people are terrible. Inside
Booker T was nice to Adam at that convention and gave him a deal, so it's not all shit.
Who? Oh, Booker T. Oh no, yeah, but Booker T is.
Booker T, Mick Foley, The Godfather. Yeah. They were all great.
Yeah, see, and that's good because the wrestling fans they appreciate their fans a lot more. Yeah, the comic book ones, for some reason, I don't know what it is. If it's just like that creative community in general, like maybe they all got beat up in high school. I don't know what it is, but it's just money grubbing, nasty fucking pricks is what they are. And I know it's a business, and there's other shit like that too. But that's something different from when you see a family come to the table looking for like 1 or 2 items, or they want a simple drawing or some shit, versus a guy who's going to come over basically like with a wheelbarrow filled with comics to get signed. And you know, you can tell he's got like his eBay store is like on his t-shirt basically.
Oh yeah, go come buy all this shit at buy me my bullshit that I just got signed.com.
That's right. That's right. And bring cash. Bring lots of cash.
Oh yeah.
$1 million.
Al's
Mick
Toy
Foley
Bar,
wasn't
everything
like
is a
that,
buck,
though,
buck,
Vinny.
buck.
You know, as much shit as he does get, and that's fine, with it being my daughter, myself, and my granddaughter's first convention. And the handler wanted money, and Mick's like, no, they're getting a picture. He's like, you know, fuck off. You know, because he signed the title for me. I got, you know, something for Nate as well. And then he's like, oh, well, for this much more. And I'm like, that's all I got, man. I'm out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, Mick's like, get over here. We're getting you know, you're getting a photo. Especially, you know, again, my granddaughter, who my daughter was the age of 2 when Mick Foley was wrestling and we were watching. And then here we are with my 27-year-old granddaughter and my 2-year-old or daughter and granddaughter who's 2 meeting somebody that she grew up watching, you know. So as a dad, that was awesome. And the fact he
Full
wasn't there
circle.
for the money, you know.
Holy shit, man. Dude, oh yeah, look, see, and this is another prime example of what's destroying the crowdfunding scene right now. Nuke just points out that Ethan is about to launch another action figure campaign, and he has eight unfulfilled campaigns. This is exactly the point I was making earlier as well. And I know for a fact that Indiegogo is very upset with the comic book side of things. So much, in fact, that they're not advertising in their email and their emails anymore. They're kind of, you know, when they drop their what's kind of new and what's coming out, they don't cover comic books anymore. And in fact, that's why most of the comic book campaigns are shadow banned over on Indiegogo. It's because of shit like this. Because there was a number of creators that came from CG that did not fulfill their projects. A number of them. People have been waiting. I think the record right now is what, 5 years or 6 years for some of their projects that they paid their hard-earned money and they have not received dick.
I don't know, and it's not just one creator anymore. There's multiple that just like hold on to projects that have been open for years. You know,
purposely.
When the motherfucking books are going to come. Oh, by the way, Vinny, I sent you a DM. You may find it very hilarious, but I don't know if you want to play it on YouTube.
That gay frog gives green people a bad name.
Yeah, it's disgusting, dude. Gives everyone a bad name.
I know,
lazy
green lives
artists
matter, man.
Yeah, they're lazy artists. They couldn't cut it in the industry. They had other people finish their work and then they fired their asses. You know, I mean, that's basically how the majority of that crap is. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Rumble on the way out here because there's a couple of things I wanted to show, and Tommy, I'll show that too. But yeah, so for the folks who are watching on YouTube, thank you very much. If you're still watching on X or Rumble, stay there because we'll show a couple last things and then do the sign outs over there. But yeah, so let's get rid of YouTube for the moment.
Now's the portion of the program where we blame the Jews, so we got to get off of YouTube, bad.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, no, Tollbat, no, it's I don't delve into the drama bullshit. I just spit out the facts on the douchebags and the douchebaggery of everything. Because a lot of people, like, they were kind of unaware of why comic books are completely falling to shit. So I was making a point of, from the people who are still in it, destroying it, your activists, the people who already made all their money and then they don't give a shit about anybody else or trying to help out anyone else, or, you know, bring in a new wave of good creators that can
it's also being able to interact with creators that you can trust. And Tina points that out right in the chat right there.
Hey, Tina.
I don't know enough about the industry, so I've only backed people who Vinny has had on his channel.
Oh, nice. See?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's the thing too. You got to be able to talk to people that you know that you could trust to be able to gauge, like, okay, should I back this person? Is their stuff worth backing? That's the best way to do it. I mean, because there's so many. and I hate using it because there's certain other people like to use phrases like that verbatim and fucking ad nauseum. But these fucking frauds that are out there. There are a lot of fucking frauds out there. There's a lot of fucking pretenders out there. They try to claim that they're absolutely what they're not. And they put their work out there like it's you're going to get it in hand and it's going to be beautiful. And a lot of times it's not. It's a complete fucking fallacy. So
yeah. And Tolbat, he just wants to back me in a corner and take advantage of me. You son of a bitch. I'm going to cancel you. Oh shit. But yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy. Tina, I hope you had a great 4th. Tolbat, I hope you did too, buddy. Everyone who's on the YouTube side right now, thank you. But yeah, head on over to either Rumble or X because I'm closing out YouTube now.